So right now the United States government is probably the most, maybe the most, not the most, but definitely pretty corrupt. DJI, in my opinion, from as a taxpayer, an American taxpayer, it looks a lot like the United States government would try to shake down DJI and say, we got to pass this audit, and by the way, we're not going to do anything. We're not going to give you any people to actually do the audit for you. And DJI was ready. Audit us, go ahead. We're ready to go whenever you are. And it never happened. And it kind of looks like a shakedown. They're kind of like, yeah, we need an audit. And DJI, for whatever reason, either didn't know that was happening, or it didn't happen, or they just said no, and now you can't get the new DJI products at all, the drones. And like, the reason I brought this up, because the DJI Pocket 4 just came out, and then the Pocket 4 Pro hasn't come out as of today, which is the 11th of June. Happy birthday, Mom. The whole thing just seems really corrupt, and it's like, okay, we can't even have like gadgets anymore and stuff like that. Okay, that's where it's headed. Not too surprising, but disappointing. Let's put it that way. So I thought Leica cameras were really cool. I'm shooting this on a Sony a7 IV. That's like the top of my budget for cameras, and even's probably a little too much. So I was like, oh, I could never buy a Leica. And Insta360. Insta360 had their own problems. Insta360, allegedly, there was a little scandal about a year ago that they were having people, influencers, say, hey, your product's really great, and then not disclosing, if I remember correctly. I could be completely wrong about all of this, by the way. And they sort of they did some seemingly shady things. Maybe they didn't, but it seemed like it. So shoot to right now. This is what the thumbnail is. So my address is on this side of the box. Never gotta unbox this. Never point the knife towards you when you're cutting something like this. Always cut away from you. So the Leica camera and the remote use and all that stuff was like, okay, it seems better on paper than the DJI. I've used DJI products. I have like 5 of their cameras literally sitting in front of me. This is the 6. I have the 360. I haven't used the 360 as much as I should, but that'll change very soon. The Nano is really great. I have the 5, the 4, the 3, the 2, and the 1 are in a case behind me. I've been using DJI products since my GoPro just one day while I was trying to catch a fish, and I'd lost the footage of me catching a nice sized fish. And from that day forward, I was like, no more GoPro, DJI only. DJI has been pretty perfect. The only times there have been issues is when I had a problem, and then I had a bad memory card one time. So now I take the step back forward, hopefully forward, to the Insta360 8K Luna Ultra. Try to say that. I can't even say it once, let alone. Anyway, let's unbox this sucker. I bought the base model. I saw that all of the ads were coming out. All the people were talking about it, and I was like, oh, it'll probably come out. I'm going to be busy the end of this month, so if I do get it, it'll probably be next month. And then it was available that day for next day delivery. So I was like, you know what? Let me just do it. I want to buy it. I want to use this type of camera. Again, I have the Pocket 1. Yeah, I guess it's called the Pocket 1. or whatever it was called, the DJI. That was a great camera. I used it a bunch when I had it. You can go back in this channel and watch all that stuff. That was a fun camera to have. So this is a new chapter from Leica. It's that. So it comes in this case, this plastic, hard plastic shell case. It has some heft to it, but it's not too big, but it's a good size for my hand. I don't have giant hands, but I do have, I don't want to hold it like this, you know, because a lot of times people on YouTube are all like this small and they're like, it's so big. It's a good size for me, at least. So here's my camera. Don't drop it. A little spacer for it. There's nothing there. This is the extra little handle. I think this was another great selling point, that even the base model has this. I have little adapters that I can put. So I have universal adapters to put on. This is the base. This is just a pass through and an extra handle, but it has these cute little feet, which I think is great for solo vlogging. So it stands up. That's really nice. I think that little option here with these little legs, and then you just fold them up. This doesn't weigh anything, which is nice, because it's not heavy, but it's not light. It weighs as much as the DJI Action 6 in a small rig aluminum case. I like to keep them in these cases, the aluminum ones. And they give you, like DJI gives you plastic ones, which suck. And like you actually use the camera, they will break. I just buy the aftermarket aluminum ones. They're like 20 bucks, 25 bucks, probably more now. That's the way to go. But just, no, this isn't scientific or anything, but these weigh approximately the same. If you take it out of the case, it's a little lighter, yes, but then it's not protected, and then you don't have the easy mount and stuff like this. They're approximately the same. This does twice the amount of that the DJI does, which the DJI is great. Like I said, I never had a real issue with the DJI ever. Lanyard, USB-C charging cable, so you can add to the pile. Silica gel. So if you ever get a silica gel, kids, you always eat it, because it's somebody took the time to put it in there. You should take the time to eat it. This is looks like a well, let me not guess. Oh yeah, it's like a dead cat. Maybe you could put for this screen to help with wind noise. That's nice. And then your paperwork and stickers. How hard is it to put? Everybody used to put stickers for a while. Now nobody puts stickers anymore. So yeah. I think the Leica lens and the Leica demonstrations that I saw on YouTube in the past day and a half, it's crazy because all of the advertisement for it and all of the influencers had it. They put out their videos yesterday morning, and I watched like the live stream of Insta360 talking about this camera, and I was like, oh, maybe if I can get it. Hey, that was yesterday, the 10th of June, according to for posterity, because this won't come out for a few days, but now it's in my hand. I like the feel of it. It feels nice. This is cool. It has a little lock on it, so it actually doesn't. So you actually have to press it to open it. It just doesn't. It doesn't just pop open, which is good. Can I put this in my pocket? I'm probably sure, but if I wear like cargo shorts, which is probably like some sort of fashion faux pas somewhere, who cares? So, camera, it has spaces for, you can buy a wide angle lens, and there's a black mist filter. Apparently these are third-party things. The one thing that they don't have, and the one thing that I will want to get, actually two things, proper chest mount, because there's a little thing that you can put on your ear, and that way this gimbal will mimic your head movement, which I think is a game changer for like doing POV stuff and like fishing and stuff like that. So you can just have your chesty, instead of having to move your chest or like having to move the camera, you just move your head. That's going to be a great option. It's not out yet as of today, so I'll just keep an eye out for it. And when that happens, there'll be a bit of video and blah, blah, blah. So this is saying power on, off. So to power it, you just move it and then you have a joystick. Satisfying. So it's booting. I was like, it's not turning on. Ooh, there we go. So choose my language, which is English. And of course, like everything else in the world, it needs an app. I don't think I have a 360 app, so let me work on this and we'll get to all the fun stuff. Firmware download, installed the app, logged in the first time. It auto-discovered that the device, I have the device sitting right here, or little, what was the name of that movie? Some movie, I forgot, not Nemo. I'm old. You know, the movie, the cartoon with the thing that goes in space and eats, and everybody eats and sits with cupcakes, and okay, whatever. I'm 47, so I saw the movie in the theater and I thought it was a fun movie. I've only seen it twice, but whatever. So now it's downloading the newest firmware. But just the feel of the hand, let's talk about that for a second. If we're gonna get the quality I've been seeing on YouTube, this is nothing. I think it's absolutely worth it. Do I want to invest in the mics? I have these DJI Mic Mini. These have been pretty flawless. Again, DJI stuff has been pitch perfect for the most part. I've had very, very, very... The only times where I've had like, oh, there's no audio on that clip, because I forgot to turn them back on because I did something and then I walked away and then I came back and I started again and the thing powered off because it was inactive for X amount of time. So other than that, these work really well. Insta360 has one now. Has like you either can buy a single mic, a small mic, a medium mic that has e-ink or whatever they call it, and then a set of two. I don't think I'd ever use the two, so I'll probably just buy the single one with the e-ink on it later. Okay. This is still downloading. I don't want to touch it yet because I want to make sure that it's going to work. So now it's still downloading the firmware, and we'll get to actually do... Maybe in the next clip, we'll get down to actually doing what we want, what we came here for, and that's actually use this camera. I wanna make sure that when I'm using it, it's not like I'm like being dainty with it or being, you know, using kid gloves. I use my stuff. Look at, you see how dirty my cameras are? I use them. Even if it's just making a loaf of bread, I have my hands dirty, I'm doing things, I'm actually using the camera. If I can't use it, then it just sits in the corner and like that. Even my Sony, this is like a expensive camera. The Sony a7 IV camera, I use it. I don't like to play around with it. It's not a toy. It's a tool to get this done. And I want it to get done in a way that looks really fantastic, and the Sony does that. The promise of this is really close video to this. If I can get all of this, my Sony, with this, I'd be happy. If I can get like 50% of the way to my Sony, I think it'll be good. Okay, it's connecting to my device. Confirm connection on device, confirm. So now it's connecting to the device and is it going to work? Connecting, maybe, maybe not. Because it has to create like an ad hoc network and then it connects and then updates firmware. So it downloaded the firmware, now it's updating the firmware, now they're connected. Now it's still sitting at the connect to the app. It's like, what do you think I just did? I understand, you know, you want to ship this thing quick. See, it's receiving firmware. You want to ship it quick and there's always going to be updates and there's always security and for features and things like that. But I mean, to be able to, it's a blip in the history of this device, and it's a blip, hopefully, and you won't have this problem again, and you can just start making great videos and blah, blah, blah. But just ship it out ready to go. And if you have a bunch of stuff you want to add to it, give me a week. But even at that, you know, somebody's going to buy it in a week and blah, blah, blah. You know, there's always going to be something. But I don't know. Every device I've gotten lately is like, here's your first update, and you barely turned it on, but here's your first update, and you got to register with our app. You have to download an app and register in it, and now you have another login, and you don't need the login part. You probably need the app, but you don't need the login part. You just need to be able to download the footage, watch the footage on your phone and edit it and upload it somewhere. I don't know. Back in my day, seems like the Sony doesn't actually, well, this Sony didn't. But like, you don't have to register with anything, but you do have to register with something if you want to download the picture to your phone and edit it. Just let me download. I already bought your thing, and I mean, like, this thing is not cheap. I already bought your thing, so you know you got me. Unless you're going to start charging me extra for something else, which is what makes me nervous about that. It's like, oh, well, oh, do you want to use your video? Here's another fee. That's what it's going to come to. It's not yet, but if that happens, like with cars and stuff, like, you have to have a subscription to like sit in it or whatever. That's if it gets to that. Then what do you do? Legacy. Then there's going to be a bunch of kids out there with, you know, DJI 5s in whatever time. Oh, okay. It's like, shut up and start. It's okay. I'm speaking English. Reconnect after the upgrade. Okay, so now it's scanning again. So we've installed our firmware. We have not shot 1 second of video on this yet. We've already updated our firmware again. It's connecting, maybe it says it's connecting. Join the network. So it's not connecting via Bluetooth, it's connecting via wireless initially, maybe. Like, if I want to use this, do I have to like jump on another network? Activate? You sure? Activate, okay. I'm not going to complete a survey for a $5 voucher. Congrats, you've earned a badge. Log in for the app for 1 consecutive days. Okay, I'm going to claim it because I'm that guy, I guess. Well, it's going to display on my profile, so... okay. So I'm the same name, I guess, on Insta360. Rudy, I'm Rudy _ Gardea on, if you want to follow me on here. I don't know why you would. I do not, it leaves the video watermark on by default. No, I'm not your advertisement. I bought this. I could, if I need to tell you that, hey, I shot this on the 360, it'll probably say it on the video description, or maybe even in the video title. I don't need to, I didn't like that because I forgot what other thing did that recently. And it was like, well, why do I need that? Get started. There we go. So now it's taking me through a little tutorial. Okay. So I move my joystick and it moves the head back and forth. Wall-E was the name of that movie. Wall-E. If this is the first video you've ever watched of mine, they're all like this. So like and subscribe and all that crap they tell you to do. Okay. Double tap to recenter. Swipe up. Oh, swipe up to see shooting parameters. So right now I'm shooting 4K 30 at 16:9 in a landscape, which is good. So I have the parameters. I'm doing all the basic profiles. Press the shutter button to start recording. And then double press the deep track. Got it. Okay. So let's switch over to this and see what it looks like. Okay. What do we got here? So, does it look okay? I think in the preview screen it looks really good. I'm wondering how there's a mic on the front and there's a mic on this thing. If you've not seen the hundreds of videos with other people doing, like I've seen at least 10 videos in the last day of people using this camera and doing different things and blah blah blah. And the main thing is that you can do the camera, you can take off the little screen. Switch touchscreen to audio reception switch. All right, so this is a mic. This is a little mic, and then I can see myself, and I can put this, let me put this down, and then I can go. So there you go. So now I can go, there's my window, there's my other window, there's Homer, there's my guitars. Yeah, okay. Let me point it towards my face. The one thing would be nice, I can remotely hold it like this, like a mic, and I can look at it. If I could, this isn't magnetic, so it would be nice if I could just like pin it to myself and just like, did it? Tried it? It's got a battery, because I have like a lanyard that has a magnet on it. If I could just pin it to myself, and then when I need, I can look and see, make sure I'm framed okay, and then just put it back and use this mic for now. And then, so it automatically tracks so it's tracking my face now. So there you go. You can see a bunch of stuff has happened in this office in the last month that I'm not going to talk about. But like the room is always in shambles anyway, because it's me. But now it's like really, really in shambles because I had to move stuff around to get things repaired anyway. I'm not holding this close to my face. Oops. So from other people's impressions of the mic, I thought it sounded like the onboard when you're holding it sounds okay. It's usable, but like this sounds really good, and their mics of course sounded really good. So I still have my DJI mic from my Sony camera, because that works pretty flawlessly unless there's user error. But yeah, recenters, and then I can zoom in. So yeah, so then I can do like oh, it froze. Weak signal, recording unaffected. It froze. Wow, okay. Weak signal from where? It's like 3 feet from it. That's interesting. Okay, there we go. There's my thumbnail. Like a Insta360 fail. I've been using it for 4 minutes and the screen froze. Huh. So real quick, before I'm gonna reset it to see if that works, or restart. I mean, an hour and 45 minutes of video, 4K 30 frames, 8-bit, I believe. I don't have it on the high settings, I just have it on default settings right now. So yeah, let's see if we can reboot to make this screen work again. So looking at the footage, when the mic, when the receiver froze, the mic did too. It still was recording, but it switched back to onboard audio, so the audio does not sound as good. It didn't freeze the second time. After I restarted, it didn't freeze again. Yeah, that's not great. So I'm just gonna keep using it, and every time it screws up, I'll make a video about it, even if it's just a short or something like that. But that leaves a bad taste in my mouth. Come on, I've had this thing for, I literally got it from, Amazon dropped it off like about an hour and a half ago, and it's already froze once. So I don't know. Time will tell.